Hello everybody, Big 7 here, back for some more AFL SuperCoach content. The season's almost done. Absolutely huge rise in the ranks this week, went up 29 positions, which takes me from 18,134 to 18,105, so could even finish in the top 18k at this point. Scored 23.35 on the week, which was around about par, I guess. Par was probably a bit higher amongst the top teams, but yeah, bit of a write-off year. I'll go through the team pretty quickly. Looking forward to NFL starting in a month's time. I think SuperCoach will probably open in the next week or so as well, so looking forward to that. In the meantime though, it's still somewhat focusing on AFL. I used the last trade on Callahan to Errol Goulden and slapped the captaincy on him. I wasn't really too keen on the captain options going into the week. I was kind of just like, everyone's meh. The original plan was to do Bont into Shee, so I just didn't feel great about that. And then Bont scored like 10 points in the second half and was never taking that VC, and just kind of a spur of the moment. I was just like, might as well go Errol. Should do well at Marvel Stadium, won't get the tag attention, and ended up doing that. So, yeah, took the risk and it paid off, 144. Other standouts, Whitfield, good to see him go back to almost 140. 103 on the year is far below what most would have expected. Likewise with Ash. Yeah, defenders really down in general this year. Jordan Clark still a fraud. Midfield, Cheese was chilling in there for the rest of the year because I've got 7 forwards, although Christian Petrarca, man, he has been not the guy. 380k now. Just had that scintillating start to the year, got injured, and had a few good games in there, and post-bye, that's just been awful. 2 scores in the hundreds, 3 scores in the 50s. Come on, man. Got to be doing better than that. If you somehow faded him after the bye, then you would be absolutely laughing at all of us Petrarca bozos. But yeah, Thilthorpe, great to see him kick it back against Essendon. I didn't watch that game, but yeah, great to see 147 from the big man. And Richmond this week hopefully can fill up his boots once again. Marshall, not going to be the greatest pick rest of the year unless TDK misses time, but we knew that, and yeah, I was hoping that the TDK timeline would be a bit longer, but we got some good scores there, 133, 122, 169, and hopefully he can go somewhere next year, like to a different club where he can become a viable SuperCoach option once again, because I seem to end up picking him nearly every year, and he doesn't really let me down. So Marshall's good. Bailey Smith's been underwhelming second half of the year. Maybe could have bought the dip on someone rather than buying Bailey Smith, but that's all right. I think a lot will be in the same spot. Cripps a rare down game these days. Carlton won by like 70 points and Cripps is only putting up 66. So hopefully a better score from the big man this coming week and rest of season on. But, yeah, and Matty Rao was good to see him get back to looking good. 118, I kind of feel like it was a little bit unders. I felt like he really dominated that game from a Gold Coast perspective. Maybe didn't do as much in the fourth quarter when the whips were cracking. So, yeah, that's the team. Rucks are a shambles. Max Gawn is the only good ruck. Wrote him off at 34 or 35 or whatever he is, and he continues to produce. And I'll say the same thing next year. I will not be starting Max Gawn at his advanced age, and he is now the top scorer on the season. So that's fair play to him. As a Melbourne supporter, happy to be proven wrong, but yeah, I just can't pick him at that age. Yeah, proven wrong once again. So kudos to you, Big Maxi. Keep proving me wrong. I don't really mind. Let's look through the popular trade-ins and trade-outs. So starting with the trade-outs, not many there amongst the top 1%. Obviously, a lot of people out of trades. So Miller expected to be back for the finals, so he becomes a trade if you've got them. Holmes the same boat. Callahan out for the year, all forced injury trades, and then Petrarca, I just touched on. He's been awful. I guess you would like to trade him out, but who are you trading him to? I guess let's take a look at the trade-ins. Like maybe people have got a bit of money stored up. Like you're finding 140k for Rankin. Warner's actually in some good form. Let's actually take a look because I think we can see it with gold, right? People, what? Isn't row bottom out? I'm so confused. Wait, traded in for... I traded out for, yeah. People were trading track in. Yeah, I guess that... okay. Surely you wouldn't be trading track in with his form. I guess, yeah, Rankin, Warner, Herbert. Wow, that is crazy to think that people were trading the round 3 Brownlow favourite to a 99k guy that's gone up 270k. But yeah, Herbert's form is absolutely incredible and heartbreaking for a non-owner. But that's just the way rookie roulette goes sometimes. End up going Fitzy over him, and Fitzgerald had a good game on the weekend as well, but didn't make my field. So for those that are rocking a few donuts, especially in midfield, Herbert and Fitzgerald are bailing people out, unfortunately, for... I was going to say better coaches like myself, but like I'm 18k, so am I really a better coach this year? Yeah, Goulden, Thilthorpe, yeah, I guess with the Richmond matchup that makes sense. Yeah, I guess those guys make sense if you want to trade Petrarca out and you got the money. I wouldn't be trading in Herbert, surely not. Not after he's gone up 300k, but I guess the form is undeniable. I haven't watched West Coast in the past few weeks, so maybe he is that guy, but yeah. It'd be nice to move off Petrarca if you had him, but yeah, you probably just stick with it unless you got a lot of trades, I guess. Although there's only 3 weeks left, so maybe you just want to bite the bullet and ride the Thilthorpe or something like that, or if you got money to go up, then sure. Yeah, pretty much no one's getting traded out. No one has trades left in the top 1%. People bring in Gordon, which I like. Rankin, he's got Richmond. He can score 158, so yeah, he just keeps on putting good games together. So if you got him in, like maybe even after that West Coast game or before that West Coast game, you're absolutely on top of the world. So yeah, Rankin owners would be very happy at the moment. Whitfield fine. Bowie had a good game and like has been stacking good games together. I guess they have been against easier opposition, but he legitimately does look like he's gone to another level this year. Freo and Port are probably a bit harder, and then Dogs I think is alright. I think he's fine, probably does like 100 odd from here on out. Wilkie fine. Nass I'd love to have. Chad Warner, I've been a Chad hater for like years, but he's actually in some good form at the moment. Yeah, putting together games 100 and actually being a bit more impactful with his disposal. But I'm still a bit of a Chad hater. I think he's overhyped, so I'll never pick him for that reason. Jack Ross back from concussion issues and yeah, 132.95. Only got 3 games to go. Bit difficult, but should outscore Petrarca rest of the season if you wanted to go there. Stewart. And this is probably like the time you buy Stewart because he's like there's 3 games left of the year and he's like that unpopular now that he has to set the bait for next year. So he has to like finish the year strongly so that people are tempted to pick him for next year just because that's the kind of guy he is. Gets Richmond there, gets Essendon. Does he get rested though? What's the ladder looking like for Geelong? win behind, but got percentage on Melbourne, Brisbane, even Adelaide. So I guess if they rest him, it could be this week. I think Chris Scott these three very winnable games, but could easily get rested for Richmond game, I guess. There is some risk there. If you like Tom Stewart as an option, you basically have to buy Tom Stewart when he's not an option. So, knowing what he's like, he probably gets named this week, goes 150, then does 110 against North, and then gets rested in round 24 when you need him the most. So, that's my Tom Stewart take. And then Blakey, he's a fine option as well. So my trade plans, wild jokes, I don't have any trades, so it's just rearranging the field. There's a legitimate... When did Gold Coast play? So they play after Melbourne, so I can... And Carlton play late, and Geelong play later than Melbourne as well. So I can... I can see what Fitzgerald does against Fremantle. Probably won't be 117 because I'll actually want to use his score this week. But if he goes 80 or 85 even, just the form that Petrarca's in, I think I might take that over him. Using this Holmes DPP, midfield swing. So can do that. Defense has nothing to do there unless Perez randomly gets a game. But even then, I can't loophole him on because Carmichael... Oh no, I can swing Carmichael and Holmes and use Ison as that emergency loophole score. So maybe Perez can get a miracle game and I can take his score, but doubtful. Midfield, I think this is how I want the field to look like, and then forward line. I guess it's just back everyone in. I can also do that with Sherry in case he gets monstered by Tim English. And if that happens, then I would swing Grundy to the ruck line. White would go to the flex, who would then swap with a Pickett or something, and then Banfield into midfield and swap with Petrarca or something like that. I'd be able to make it work. It's a shame Fitzgerald and White play at the same time because then I could have taken the higher score out of Sherry and Fitzgerald. But if Sherry goes a 70, then I think I'll just send Fitzgerald. So, so to do that, it'd be that, and then that. That is the way I would take Fitzgerald over Sherry. So there is that option, but now I have to set everything back, which is nice and fun. So it was that. I guess I can loop in the forward line though. And Sanders plays early. I guess he's the one that I'll see the score of. And that. And that. That's how I would set up a field just to try and capitalize on loopholes. And then captaincy. So Bont is an option against North, although that's 61 kind of concerning, but it's the Bont. He should bounce back. Only 99 against Richmond though, so two kind of poorish scores in a row. Maybe want to go somewhere else. Brizzy Hawks, I don't think there's anyone there worth going. Even the Brisbane mids, I don't think I would do that against the Hawthorn matchup. Don't think anyone really gets a hold of Hawthorn in terms of Supercoach scoring. Gawn Jackson, do they kind of nullify each other a bit? I'd still like to have Gawn. Jackson's form has been pretty average past a few weeks. So, Gawn against the young buck that used to play under him. Maybe he's got a bit of a point to prove. And yeah, MCG Demons, so wouldn't mind a Gorn VC, even though the Jackson matchup looks a bit more difficult on paper. But yeah, don't have Gorn, obviously. Errol against Port could be good. Bailey Smith, what is this form? Yeah, so 79, 96 against Melbourne, but he's still got a ton of the ball. So GMHBA, I think I'm fine putting the VC on him, but not the captaincy. Don't think there's anyone from Essendon worth looking at. Adelaide, Richmond, yeah, it's Dawson. Could even be a cheeky Thilthorpe. And yeah, Rankin as well. He's becoming a captain option also. So one of those boys looks alright. GWS and Gold Coast. Could I go Rail? Maybe. Whitfield, maybe. Yeah, not really inspired options. I think the way I want to go is Nick Dacos against West Coast on the road. Even then should be fine. And then captain. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So if you had Nas, I think I would just go like Dacos into Nas and just YOLO Sunday captains. Since I don't have that, yeah, I think Nick seems like a pretty safe captain, and I think I'll roll the dice. I think I'll go Bailey Smith. Don't mind Thilthorpe. I'd rather have Dawson. I'd rather have Gorn, I reckon. Gordon, I'm not going to go there. Even though he delivered last week and could very easily do that again. Would I go Grundy against Port? Probably not in this vein of form. I think I'm just going to go Smith into Dacos and see where that lands me. I'm pretty confident in Dacos, almost to the point where I'd like think about putting the vice captain on him, and then yeah, I just don't have a good enough fallback captain if the worst does happen. So yeah, I think I would like to go Dacos, but Dacos into someone, but I'll go someone into Dacos instead this week. So that wraps things up from me. I lost in the head-to-head league against Novaks. Very unfortunate. Can't believe I'm losing to, what is it, top team on total points? Yeah, that's crazy. How does a team 14th in total points in the league lose a finals match to the first team? Absolute disgrace. But yeah, team should be ashamed of itself. So up against risky business in the league. The group, how are we doing there? A few people in the top 100. Splashman, the Criminals, Coming on the Grill, Give Me More, all top 100. So hopefully these guys can push on into a top 10 position, and that wraps things up from me. So as per usual, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you for the next video.